games you played on Saturday. Marco Echeverri against Eddie Pope. Great battle.
Acosta's going to get there first, flipping it forward towards Gonzalez, but Hector Moreno cut it off and read it well, 25 from goal. Plays it out wide. Canales just tries to send it down the line. He's helping out defensively, but Biuk knocks it out of play. So it'll be a throw-in for Gallardo. 20 yards before midfield, so he throws it all the way. "20 seconds into the match. Hollingshead, the left back tonight, replacing Cheeky Palacios, who has a night off. Thrown in there for Bouanga. Good job by Denis to get around one defender. Drags it into trouble, and he fouls Gouveia in the middle of the park there. Omar Gouveia did a good job getting position on Denis on his second ball, and it was a foul there. So it'll be Jonathan Gonzalez over it for Monterrey in the offensive half. Foul occurred just about 5 yards from the center circle, so Monterrey played out wide on the far side. Aguirre. He's got Beza out wider, but instead goes back to Jonathan Gonzalez, who plays it back now to Medina, who's in the offensive half. He's going to try the left side, switches it all the way across. 18 extended to Gallardo in the corner here. Now 16 yards off the end lane, flipping it towards the edge of the area. Rojas, he's so skilled. Tries to backheel to Gallardo, making the run. Gallardo cuts it in towards the 6. It's swept away by Elias Sanchez. Cleaned up by Biuk to Acosta, right back to Stipe. Stipe going to try to drag it around the defender here. Takes it a little too far, and Gouveia can cut off the angle and does. And play it to Hector Moreno, goes all the way back to Andrada. Andrada squares it through the 18 to Medina, waiting for it to the edge of the area. Here comes Stefan Medina. 21st minute. Cuts it back in the middle of the park. Gouveia still in the defensive half, flipping it towards midfield, near side. Canales comes back to help, and now he's going to race forward. Left wing. Try to play it into the diagonal towards Gallardo, making the run. Palencia there. Gallardo goes down. Monterrey doing their best acting jobs as if he got absolutely mugged. And it was a good, clean play by Sergi Palencia. The referee wants none of it. Gallardo still down, claiming the left leg injury. Palencia, got there first. There's nothing there. Absolutely nothing there. Good defensive play by Sergi Palencia. Gallardo was trying to drag his legs into the run of Palencia. And the long ball is played. And Gallardo's still down. Monterrey playing forward near midfield. They lose the ball on the restart there. LAFC win it back. Gallardo finally back up. Palencia near midfield to Ilie. Ilie, chance to go forward. He gets mugged from behind. A foul is called as Funes Mori just chops down Ilie Sanchez. Funes Mori going to help up Ilie. Ilie doesn't love that one. He's giving him a bit of a look. So it's a free kick for LAFC. The referee also comes over to Gallardo and at Monterrey and says it's not a penalty. They've looked. Stop it. So Monterrey stops it. 22nd minute, 1-0 LAFC. At the Rose Bowl, black and gold taking on Monterrey, quarterfinals of the League's Cup. Plenty of fans for both. Chipped into the area, Buwanga making a run, settles it just outside of the 6 on this near side, needs some help, hops around one defender, trying to keep it in play, and does in the corner. Now back to Biuk. Biuk, 12 yards off the end line. He'll play it back to Sergio Palencia. Palencia looking for some help. Back to Biuk in the corner here. Stipe. 1v1 with the defender here. Gallardo trying to flip it into the area towards Costa, plays it down to Buwanga, trying to drag it around the defender on his left foot to knee. Shot is blocked partially to the far side of the pitch. Bogu's trying to chase it down. It's headed down nicely by Rojas. Flipped forward by Aguirre. Gets it right back from Rojas. Aguirre squaring it off in the middle. Nobody was there. But Monterrey do a good job to get it back to Andrada, who plays it into the corner now to Aguirre, who just tries to flip it long. Middle of the park. Govea is the only one there. Good job by him to settle and get it out wide to Meza. Meza trying to switch the pitch in the middle of the park. Here comes the Monterrey. Canales with his head up. He's got a Rojas open. Good ball here. Rojas, edge of the 18. Rojas into the area now. Rojas trying to dazzle here. Tries to cut it across. Palencia blocks it and then cleans it out of play with the right foot for only a throw in there. Boy, Monterrey had some space there, but LAFC closed it down nicely. 24th minute now. Rojas throws it in quickly to Jonathan Gonzalez on this left wing. Back to Rojas. 20 yards off the end line here. Right along the touchline. Palencia right with him, so he'll play it all the way back to Gonzalez, who turns around and fires it back to midfield of Moreno. They'll reset through the center circle. Medina getting around the defense of Buwanga. Good little pass forward there. Out wide from Meza, but it's cut off as he tried to find Aguirre. And Chiellini blasted towards midfield. Battling there was Buwanga, but Medina wins that ball. Ooh, and they are going to call a foul. So it is a free kick for LAFC in the 24th minute. Maxi Meza is going to get a yellow card for yelling at the referee right in his face. Meza was pointing back into the LAFC penalty area like, you didn't call that one way back there. And the referee said that's enough. Hector Martinez gives Maxi Meza a yellow card, the second of the match. Count Acosta has one, now Maxi Meza does. So it is a free kick for LAFC after a yellow card. Meza just too much yelling in the face of the referee there. And the referee went back and walked right into Meza's face and showed him the yellow card. They're still jawing at each other here. I think the referee just says, let's play on. Free kick for LAFC, 10 yards in the offensive half, 3 yards off the sideline there with Ryan Hollingshead, the left back on the left wing. Forward into the channel there, but it's cut off by Monterrey on the restart. Hollingshead wins it back, though, towards Buwanga on that far side, but he loses that second touch, and now Monterrey will clean it up. I get it. From the touchline there towards midfield. Knockdown header by Long, but it's right to Rojas. Palencia comes to meet him, but he lays it into the path of Gallardo. Here comes Gallardo streaking down the left wing. Gallardo 30 from goal, 20 from goal. Gallardo towards the area, cuts it in towards the 6. It's too far in front of Canales and right to the waiting arms of John McCarthy, who falls on it inside the 6. 1-0 LAFC. Good play there by McCarthy to read that one. Good throw out to the midfield area towards Bogusz on the left wing. He's got Buwanga just in front of him. Finds Gonzalez in the middle of the field, though. He'll lay it back to Elia Sanchez in traffic. Elia cuts it off right to Acosta. They'll try the right wing here now for Stipe Biuk. Still plenty of numbers back for Monterrey. LAFC are going to need help. They play it back to Palencia, back to Biuk on this wing. Still double teamed. Let's go back to Sergio, who just one touches the middle of the field. Elia Sanchez. A little bit of space now for Chiellini. Right around the center circle, but here comes Monterrey. Chiellini chipping it towards the outside of the run of Biuk in this corner, and he can keep it in play, though. Stipe does a great job keeping it in play. Stipe around one defender to the edge of the 18, trying to cut it into the run of Acosta. It's cut off there, and it's going to be cleaned up here by Moreno right along the touchline as he blasted off Acosta, but it's only as far as Palencia. Knockdown header by Biuk. Back to Bogusz, just outside of the area. Bogusz trying to chip it in. It's deflected by Monterrey. They didn't know much of it. They get it out, clear it out. Funes Mores on a good touch near midfield, finds Aguirre right around midfield on the right wing. Here comes Monterrey. Aguirre with some space, 35 from goal. Funes Mores shows himself just outside of the area. Instead, it's Meza right back to Aguirre, outside of the 18, trying to find Meza with the run outside, and it's cut off by Hollingshead. Finds Buwanga, who needs some help. Chipping it forward there. Gonzalez going to try to hold it up for LAFC. Into the run of Ilya, but here comes Monterrey to win it back. They do get it back to midfield, and Aguirre gets a head on it towards Moreno, and a foul is committed by Buwanga, knocking down Eric Aguirre. So it's a free kick for Monterrey just inside their offensive half. Boy, they are picking up their game here. 27th minute. Black and gold are holding on, though, 1-0. Played short there, Gonzalez. Short little pass. Rojas back to Gonzalez, and now out wide to Gallardo, who's well into the attack. The left back will play it backwards to Rojas, who's closer to midfield. The winger plays it down to Moreno. Hector Moreno, the captain. Such a seasoned veteran. He goes all the way back to Andrade, who's 30 yards off his line. Andrade, though, smartly lays it to Gonzalez, who plays it to Medina. Now there's more space for Monterrey. Up towards midfield. Here comes LAFC. Short ball, Govea. Out wide to Aguirre. Good passing here. Aguirre squaring it off. Meza. Back to Gonzalez, who just turns and goes through the center circle to an open Moreno. He can drag it back into the offensive half. Here he comes with the left foot. Moreno through the channel, finding Funes Mori. Lays it off into the run of Rojas just outside of the area. Cuts it back into the corner, trying to keep it in play, and does. Palencia comes out to knock it away, and it was off of Rojas and out of play. Oh, what a play by Sergi Palencia, and he knew it. Great job by Palencia, and I think Rojas knew it too. Although he was saying it was his throw, he knew it. 28th minute. Rojas a little frustrated there. I think more with himself as Sergi made a great play. 1-0 LAFC. Approaching the 29th minute here for the black and gold. Palencia throws it in a square. Ilya takes it out of the air, popping it forward, but it's right to the head of Gallardo. Headed forward, Ilya Sanchez with a second ball. Nicely done here by LAFC. Palencia trying to get around, and Gonzalez trying to get around another defender near midfield. Couldn't do it, and Monterrey win the ball back. Here comes Medina. Center circle, squares it off to Moreno at midfield. Oh, breaking lines with a good pass. For Rayados at the Rose Bowl, but again, the work is not done for Steve Cherundolo's side. We know that. LAFC must continue to play well as they have all tournament long thus far. They've outscored their opponents so far 13-1 in this tournament. But again, Monterrey, even as we saw LAFC get the early goal, then the late goal in the first half, throughout all that, Monterrey was still flying forward, and Rayados will always be tough. LAFC and Monterrey coming back onto the pitch here to begin the second half in just a moment. Black and gold. Doesn't look like they'll be making any changes you wouldn't expect. We'll have to get official confirmation on that from the fourth official. We'll see if Monterrey and Fernando Ortiz make any changes here to kind of shake things up for this final 45 minutes. And a reminder, if a game is tied at the end of 90 minutes, it goes directly to penalty kicks. There is no extra time for this Leagues Cup tournament. They've played it out to where you go right to penalty kicks if you are tied after the 90-plus minutes. So both teams now really getting onto the pitch here from the tunnels. Rayados coming out. It looks like, as I'm looking at them all, making a little bit of a jog for each together. It looks like it's the same 11 for both sides. We'll have to wait and see here. They're kind of warming up the players for Monterrey, getting instructions for a little bit of warm-ups you don't often see here right to begin this second half with the training staff. And it is the same 11 for both teams as far as I can see here as they both huddle up. LAFC, goals from Denis Bouanga in the second minute. You can see Ilya Sanchez, the captain tonight, without Carlos Vela available. He's really getting into it in the huddle there. Don't know what he's saying, of course, but he's very animated, probably encouraging them to continue to focus, keep sharp for these next 45 minutes. It's going to be tough. You know Monterrey's not going anywhere in this match. So LAFC have to just keep reminding each other to play as well as they have, and then some for this second 45 minutes. You can see Stefan Medina kind of helping his teammates out, handshakes and high fives and clapping around, trying to get everybody ready for this. LAFC will now go from right to left in this half at the Rose Bowl. Good crowd. Both sides well represented for this one, as you might imagine here. And we are underway in the second half. Monterrey are on the football. They play it back to Jonathan Gonzalez. He goes out to Hector Moreno, the captain there, left center back, plays it down that left wing. Gallardo waiting for it in the offensive zone. Good turn. Couple of dribbles forward, plays it to Funes Mori just outside of the area to Rojas. Gallardo continues his run towards the end line, gets there first, chopping it back towards the back post. Coming off his line is McCarthy. He drops the ball and then grabs it on his line with Meza right there. Oh, McCarthy grabbed it just in the nick of time. That could have been disastrous for LAFC 30 seconds into the second half. Rolled out there to Palencia. He sends it long down the right wing. It's too far for Mario Gonzalez, the new signing, and Hector Moreno heads it to Gallardo, who heads it right back to Moreno. Pressure higher from LAFC here. They play it back Medina all the way back to Andrada near the penalty spot. So calm on the ball, plays it to Govea, who one touches it out to Medina here, just outside of the area. Nowhere to go forward with Bogus pressuring. He'll play it back to Andrada, who's outside of the 18 now, and he clips it long towards midfield. Waiting for it there was Ilya Sanchez. It deflects, though, to Meza, who plays it right down the line to Canales. Here comes Sergio Canales on the right wing, racing to the edge of the 18. Chiellini meets him there. Canales waiting for the overlapping run. Doesn't feed Meza. Instead, plays it back Govea, right back to Canales. Canales flipping it towards the back post. It's too far for everybody and out of play. Saw the run of Gallardo, who was there, and Canales and he kind of exchanged looks and put the hand up towards each other as Gallardo made the good run. Canales saw it, but as he flipped it forward down that channel, it was too close to McCarthy's goal, and it was always going to go out of play and well wide. Never threatening McCarthy there. 47th minute now. 2-0 LAFC. McCarthy puts it down on the 6 for the goal kick. Sending everybody long for this one instead. LAFC will not play it out of the back. McCarthy blasts it long into the offensive zone on this left wing. Good header forward by Hollingshead. Gonzalez heads it to Bouanga, who delays it into the path of Gonzalez with a header, but it's well read by Aguirre. Plays it back to Andrada, who just plays it out of the area to Aguirre in the corner. Pressure from Bouanga, and Aguirre hits it off his thigh and knocks it off of Bouanga and out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Rayados. Coming back is Meza to throw it in here. 48th minute. Deep in the Monterrey defensive half. Looking to throw it long towards Canales, but coming to get it here on this near side was Funes Mori. Taken away from him by Bogusz. Elias Sanchez wins the deflected ball out wide to Bouanga, right along the touchline. He's going to be double teamed. Denis trying to split the defenders. Denis gets taken off the ball by Aguirre with some help there from Meza. Into the run of Gouveia, plays it forward now to Rojas, who lays it nicely into the path of Gallardo. Here comes Jesus Gallardo. It's 3v3. He's got a runner in there. He goes out wide instead to the near side. It's too far for everybody. Funes Mori will not keep it in play, and it's out of play. Oh, Monterrey frustrated there as absolutely overcooked on the run there by Jesus Gallardo, and he just put it out of play. Monterrey had almost, it was like 3v3, but almost really 3v2, and still couldn't get anything off. 49th minute, Hollingshead throws it long down the line in the defensive half. Bouanga's header forward can't quite reach Gonzalez as Medina gets there first and plays it all the way back to Andrada. Andrada loves to explore here as a goalie. He's 40 yards off his line. He'll lay it off to Moreno. He can dribble it towards midfield and does. Hector Moreno down the line to Gallardo again, just right along the touchline there, 45 yards from goal, squares it to Gouveia and back to Moreno at midfield. LAFC not really pressuring too high yet. Plays it off to Medina. He's going to go through the center circle. Now he'll dribble into the offensive zone. Looking forward with a 20-yard pass. Meza takes it down. Double team there, trying to draw the foul. Meza still on the football. Edge of the 18. Crosses it into the area. Funes Mori trying to put it on his right foot. Cleared away there by Long. Touch back in towards goal, and McCarthy grabs it on the line. Oh, good effort there. Out of the air by Eric Aguirre. Didn't even really look like a shot, but McCarthy had to step back to his line and grab it right before it went in. 50th minute, McCarthy puts it on the ground and then sends it long to midfield on the right wing. Biuk takes it off his chest. He's going to be double-teamed and loses the ball to Rojas right away. Rojas in the offensive zone. He gets it off his foot. Gallardo back to Gouveia. Now they'll circle around through the defensive half with Medina. Boy, Monterrey have owned the football throughout much of this game, and LAFC doesn't mind. Not yet anyway. Medina on the ground, 10-yard ball into the channel there. Canales coming back to help. He has to work his way through two players to go backwards with the football, and does. Gouveia now forward with a good pass to Rojas on that left side. In the left channel, 35 from goal. Touched away by Acosta right to the feet of Stipe Biuk. Biuk on the left foot. Finding Bouanga into the offensive zone. Here comes LAFC. It's 2v3. Bouanga doesn't mind, though. Taking on Medina. Cutting onto his right. Trying to go through the legs of Medina. And Medina closes him out and knocks it out to Aguirre. Aguirre up towards midfield. It's right to Kellen Acosta. A little bit too loose on the first touch from Kellen. And it's taken back by Monterrey through Gouveia. Gouveia finding Canales, who's back to help out defensively here. Canales looping around with the ball. Now he's got his head up right around the center circle, still in the defensive half. He'll lay it down to Jonathan Gonzalez, who plays it back there to Medina. Medina forward now, Gouveia in the center circle. Racing forward now to the offensive half. Lays it short to Meza. And with pressure on him, he almost loses it to Bouanga. He has to touch it away. Then he at least forces it well back to Medina. Good job by Bouanga to at least force Meza into a little desperation there, back to the goalkeeper Andrada. He plays it forward now to Gonzalez, putting it on his right foot. Out wide here to Aguirre. The right back is open in the offensive half. Slowed down there by Bogusz. Squares it middle of the park. Gouveia flips it back out to Aguirre on the right wing. Still 45 yards from goal. Back to Gouveia. He gets taken down by Bogusz, and a foul is called. Free kick Monterrey, 51st minute. 2-0 LAFC. Monterrey play it back to midfield quickly. Medina through the center circle. Gouveia lays it into the run of Canales, who's back there. Canales squares it off to Moreno, who's 10 yards in the offensive zone. Goes into the channel. Good run by Rojas. Just outside of the area, putting it on his right foot. Now back to his left. Rojas cutting it back to the 6. Chiellini with a header outside of the 6 for LAFC. Bogusz cleans it up and blasts it with the right foot deep down the pitch. Great job by Giorgio Chiellini there to read it. 52nd minute, Andrada plays it immediately back to midfield. Moreno down that left wing. Good ball there. Waiting for it is Gallardo. Actually, it's Rojas putting it on his right foot now. Squares it off Gonzalez. Near midfield, he'll play it back to the center stripe to Medina in the center circle. Directing traffic here with a short ball, Gonzalez. Turns, finds the channel to Canales. 35 from goal. Flips it out to Rojas on that left wing. Back to Canales, making a run. Outside of the area, Canales trying to chip it towards the back post. It goes all the way through the 18, and Aguirre is waiting for it. He flips it back into the area towards Meza, but Bouanga gets back there defensively to win it away to Chiellini. Out wide to Hollingshead. Still in the corner here to Bouanga. He's going to find Hollingshead making the run. Cutting it off there nicely, though, was Medina to knock it out of play so LAFC don't break. But they do a good job to break lines. And here comes the first sub of the match, and no surprise, it's Monterrey. And it's going to be Jordi Cortizo coming in for Joao Rojas. So Rojas' night is done. Jordi Cortizo, the 27-year-old Mexican, making his 5th Leagues Cup appearance. He had a goal against Portland in that knockout game. He also had a goal against the Sounders. So Cortizo, certainly a dangerous threat here as Rojas' night is over in the 53rd minute. He hugs the rest of his teammates and crashes in on the bench, and he is frustrated. Rojas trailing 2-0. LAFC trying to work it down on the throw-in. Buonga gets double-teamed. Ball gets taken away from Aguirre, flipping it forward. Canales knocks it down to Gouveia. Through the center circle. Gonzalez, they'll try the left side. Moreno racing forward. Hector Moreno, the captain. He's got Gallardo open on the right along the touchline there on the far side, 35 from goal. Plays it back to Gonzalez. Squares it to Gouveia, middle of the field. Still working the left side here mostly, Gonzalez. Out wide there to Canales. That's actually Cortizo on the ball for his first touch as he plays it out wider still to Gallardo, who doesn't even look. He just plays it back to Moreno. Right back to Gallardo. Outside of the area. Gallardo trying to flip it in the area. It's blocked there by Sergio Palencia and out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Jesus Gallardo on that far side. He and Cortizo trying to link up there on that far wing. So Gallardo, 15 yards off the end line, throws it into Cortizo in the corner. Trying to loop around with a defender a little bit too smooth, and it's taken away by LAFC. Flip forward by Acosta. Bogusz can't get by Moreno, and Moreno's last touch gets out of play. He just wanted to step in to try to make sure Bogusz couldn't turn, and he knocked it out of play. Throw in LAFC on the far side of the pitch. Palencia playing right back tonight. Diego Palacios has the night off. Hollingshead into the left back spot. Palencia at right back. Thrown into Ilie, who just takes it out of the air and blasts it long. Oh, boy, Moreno gets there nicely with a touch towards midfield. Gouveia settles on a second touch. Back to Eric Aguirre. Aguirre with his head up forward into the offensive zone. Meza with a good touch, but has to play it back to Medina now, and he'll use Moreno on the left side again. Here comes Monterrey, trailing 2-0, the 55th minute. They have had so much of the possession tonight. Medina, short ball, Gonzalez just in the offensive half. Nowhere to go forward, plays it back to Medina. 73% of the possession has been Monterrey. Off to Moreno. He's going to switch the pitch. Long diagonal towards the edge of the 18. Hollingshead with a good header down to Buonga. Right into Denis' path. All the way towards midfield. LAFC trying to race down the field to catch up. Denis, 30 from goal. He's got players in the middle. Denis, 1v1 with a defender into the 18. Denis putting it on his left foot. Drags it to the end line. Denis cutting it back across. And Andrada grabs it there off the line. Andrada rolls it out nicely to Gouveia. That was too easy for Andrada. Denis made a good run, but Gouveia Andrada just looks so smooth. Funes Mori gets taken down in the middle. Referee says play on. The ball finds Aguirre. 40 yards from goal. Chipping it towards the area, towards Canales. Headed one by Chiellini. Hollingshead gets a second head on it. Battle for it just outside of the 18. Bogusz battling, and Bogusz is going to win it away for LAFC. Dragging it out towards midfield. Oh, nice slide tackle there by Gouveia to win it back, but he hurt himself. And here comes LAFC on the football. Buonga racing forward through the legs of the defender. Buonga gets around a second defender and gets taken down by Aguirre, and a foul is called. Aguirre took him down. Should be a yellow card there. Gouveia hurt his hand behind the play. He's getting treatment, and it is going to be a yellow card on Monterrey's Eric Aguirre. No doubt about that one, as Denis Buonga just absolutely went through the legs of Medina, who's on a yellow, nutmegged him, and then Aguirre didn't like it and came back and tried to win the ball away, helping his teammate, and just got nothing but air and a lot of Denis Buonga. Oh, boy, Gouveia getting his hand wrapped. Looks like his right hand. He is in a lot of pain laying down for this. I don't know what happened there. He went down immediately. Ball thrown in by LAFC. I beg your pardon, taken on a free kick. Oh, boy, lost there. A bad ball by Elias Sanchez. He's going to have to try to commit a foul, and does. Right around midfield, takes down Meza, but it will be a free kick for Rayado. So lost ball there by LAFC. Played quickly to Canales. Yeah, getting a replay of that. Oh, he got stepped on. His hand got stepped on by Bogusz. That's what happened to Gouveia as he was trying to slide tackle Bogusz and missed. Out wide to Gallardo here. Back to live action, Monterrey. 25 off the end line there, Monterrey. Gallardo cutting it back to Canales. Or Cortizo, I beg your pardon, just outside of the area. Cortizo playing it back to Gonzalez. And Gonzalez will go all the way back now to the center circle. Medina pressure there for Mario Gonzalez, LAFC's new signing. Gets it off his foot, though, to Moreno. Right along the touchline on the far side. Short ball to Gallardo. Plays it back on a diagonal to Medina. Good ball movement by Monterrey. 57th minute. LAFC doing a good job, though, pressuring. Meza trying the right wing now. Again, he's open into the corner. Trying to cut it around Hollingshead into his left foot. Cutting it to the back post. Open is Gallardo. Gallardo settling. 6 yards. Shot into the side netting and out of play. But it was deflected out by Palencia, I believe. So it's got a corner kick. Monterrey. Gallardo was open on that far side. He took a little long to settle. And LAFC got back into position there to stop that play. But it is a corner kick for Canales on the far side of the pitch. Third corner of the match for Monterrey. Outswinger with a left foot. Here it comes. 58th minute. Towards the penalty spot. Headed down, but right into the waiting arms of McCarthy. Header there from Hector Moreno, who was battling with Chiellini in the middle and got a lot of it. Chiellini helps him up, and Moreno's got to race down the length of the pitch now. 58th minute. McCarthy in no rush. He walks up to the top of the 18. Now he's going to punt it long. Looking for Steve Buick on that right wing. It's too far for him. Gallardo's going to let it roll. Try to play it back to Andrada, and does. Buick still pressuring. Andrada can't pick it up. Right at the 6, though. He's so smooth on the ball. Andrada just lays it off with a square pass. Medina, just outside of the 18. He's going to chip it long towards midfield. Too far for everybody. Chiellini, strong header forward. It's one back to Chiellini, who heads it again. Aguirre, though, gets a second header on and out of Canales. Played it to Gonzalez. Lays it to the feet of Cortizo. The sub running into the channel there with a good pass. Canales with his head up, 25 from goal. Back to Cortizo. Short little pass there. Cortizo cutting through. Cortizo, left-footed shot. Save McCarthy, and it deflects out to the edge of the area. Elias Sanchez cleans it up. Oh, what a save by McCarthy there. Ball won back by Monterrey. They can't clear lines. LAFC. Monterrey. Shot from Medina from distance is wide. Goal kick. That didn't miss by a lot. Medina took that from about 24. As the clearance by Ilie was immediately won back by Monterrey. What a shot by Cortizo. What a save from John McCarthy getting down to his left. Excellent play there by John McCarthy. Jordi Cortizo, what a sub he is. And a player for Monterrey. Already 2 goals in this tournament. He was looking for his third there. 59th, now 60th minute. LAFC on the football, leading 2-0. At the Rose Bowl. Black and gold trying to get through to the semifinals. Headed by Mario Gonzalez on a long ball there towards midfield. Cleaned up by Monterrey. They try to go down the line looking for Funes Mori. They'll have to get there on a second ball. 45 from goal. Plays it back center circle. Govea, try the right side. Open here on this right wing is Meza. So dangerous. Maxi Meza looking up. Meza to the edge of the 18. Trying to get around Hollingshead. Double team now. And plays it back to Aguirre. He'll square it off to Govea. Just 35 from goal. Right around the edge of the area to Gonzalez. Beg your pardon. Back now to Moreno. It's kind of the periphery here. They go out wide on the far side. Cortizo cutting it back onto his right foot. Chipping it in towards the back post. Nobody there for Monterrey, and McCarthy and Hollingshead communicate brilliantly to let it run out for the goal kick. In now to the 61st minute. 2-0 LAFC leading on goals from Denis Bouanga, the 2nd minute from the penalty spot, and late in the first half on an absolute stunning goal from Mateusz Bogusz. Just a brilliant shot from the top of the 18. 61st minute, LAFC on the football. How will they handle this constant pressure from Monterrey? So far, so good. Up to Hollingshead at midfield. A good header down the line, but he can't keep it in play. It'll be a throw in Monterrey in their defensive half. Aguirre. Probably about 20 yards in front of midfield. Still a ways to go for the midfield stripe. Aguirre looking for help. Monterrey has now outshot LAFC 12-8, having 73% of the possession. Shots on goal more even at 4-3 in favor of Monterrey, but LAFC don't mind. They want to hit him on the counter. Substitution for the black and gold. Here comes Fufu. Filip Krastev, the 21-year-old Bulgarian who got a goal in his LAFC debut against RSL in the last game. Now in the 61st minute will replace Stipe Buick here. So Stipe's night is done. And here comes Filip Krastev. Again, the number 50, he's known as Fufu. And the ball played in by Monterrey in the defensive half. Hector Moreno on that far side. Not closed down. In fact, LAFC backing up quite a bit. Moreno going to use Gallardo on that left wing, right along the touchline, 30 yards from goal. Into the channel there, just outside of the area to Cortizo. Plays it back nicely there. Top of the area now, Meza puts it on his right foot. Shot from 25. Save! McCarthy, he tips it over. Oh, what a save in the right hand of John McCarthy. Meza had space, blasted it, and McCarthy made a brilliant save. Still 2-0. Corner kick, Monterrey. That was a big save there. Can LAFC withstand the pressure of the corner kick now and make sure Monterrey doesn't get anything from it? They make a sub, though, as well. Ali Avila coming in for Monterrey. Here it comes. Canales, near post. In-swinger headed up high by Acosta to the top of the area. Still not cleared. Kept in there by Avila, and it's his first touch. Drags well away. He goes down and he's screaming in the area that he got hit. Hope he's all right. Avila just subbed in. He took a hit. He got his foot on the ball, but he just ripped it out of play. It wasn't even close to goal. He was trying to just get a touch to it. He's slow to get up. But Ali Avila is the sub in for Monterrey. '63rd minute. Avila is up and kind of shrugging that off. Slow to get up was he, but he is up. I think VAR is checking on this. I don't know for sure. Oh, no, I think there's something going on the far side. Yeah, it looked like it was deflected off of Kellen Acosta, who got there and got a touch on it. Boy, if anything, they missed a call and it should have been a corner kick. But LAFC will obviously take that. Don't know what we're waiting for here. 64th minute. Avila complaining to the referee that he got hit. Boy, this would be really, really ridiculous if VAR goes to this and changes this. The referee trying to walk away from the crowd. Hector Said Martinez. Kellen Acosta got there. I thought he got a touch on the ball. Should have been a corner kick, frankly. I don't know what there was. I mean, Martinez is pointing to his ear like he's still being talked to by VAR. What? How long can it possibly take here? Fourth official trying to get in with the help out. That's Raul Castro. VAR being handled by Ismael Cornejo. 65th minute now. I don't know. Yeah. Even Stefan Medina is basically saying, let's get going at least. That time is wasted away. So still wondering what they're looking at here. When it's game time, bet on your team, not your cooking abilities. Hit the spot with Postmates, the official on-demand delivery partner of Los Angeles Football Club. Again, referee Martinez still has his hand to his ear and his earpiece. What could they be looking at here? I mean, I took a look at it. I haven't got a lot of replays in the booth here, but it looked as though, I mean, Avila and Kellen Acosta ran into each other. Acosta got the ball, and Avila was just blasting it forward. I don't know if there's an issue with VAR. The fourth official's actually on a phone on the sideline, too. So I don't know if there's some kind of maybe technical issue. I'm in a little bit flying blind here myself. They are going to check VAR. Boy, oh boy, I don't know what is going on here. Could this be a way back in for Monterrey, trailing 2-0? The referee running all the way across the pitch to take a look at this. I mean, maybe I'm missing it. Acosta is kind of a little flabbergasted. I don't know. Wow, that would be so soft. Checking on a possible penalty. The ball had been hit by Avila well away from him, but they might give it. Here he comes. They say penalty. Wow. Yeah, this is really, really soft. But, boy, this is where LAFC, 67th minute now. But Monterrey would have complained about the Buonga penalty in the first minute. This seems like a little bit of a gift back to Monterrey here. This one is very soft. I thought Acosta got the ball. There's so many different angles. One angle, it looks like he touched the ball. One angle, it looks like he didn't, but he barely touches Avila. Doesn't even really get in his way. In any event, Sergio Canales, who scored the penalty against Tigres late in that match, will now come up and step up to try to make this a 2-1 game. Canales had that goal against Tigres to move Monterrey into this situation. LAFC scored the PK from Buonga. Will Monterrey get one here in the second half? John McCarthy, 0 for 12 all-time in MLS, but we remember what he did in the MLS Cup final as a sub. Canales gets the word from the referee. 68th minute, the left footer approaches the ball, strikes it. Goal into the corner. It's 2-1 Monterrey. Nothing McCarthy could do there. He dove right, but Canales buried it into that corner. And Monterrey Rayados are back into it. Their fans are loving it. It's 2-1 Monterrey. I beg your pardon, LAFC leading 2-1. Monterrey are back in it. Boy, that is the soft penalty. But in any event, you're not going to get every call going your way. And Canales buried the PK there. So the substitute, Ali Avila, earns the penalty kick. On the restart, LAFC try to blast it long. It's out of play. And so it will be a throw-in for Rayados. They take it quickly here. Medina settling in the defensive half. Is going to chip it long down the middle of the field. This is where LAFC have to really settle in here now. Flip forward by Ilya Sanchez. Back into the offensive zone. Buwanga has Bogusz making the outside run. Denis into the middle to Gonzalez, who tries to play it back to Denis. It's well behind him and picked up and stolen away there by Meza. Meza plays it back in the middle of the field. Gouveia play it now to Moreno. Here comes Monterrey again in the 69th minute. Forward here on the far side. Gallardo playing it back. Ilya Sanchez cuts off the pass that was trying to hit Cortizo, and LAFC back on the football. Nicely done, Krastev to Acosta. Back to Philip Krastev on that right wing. Krastev cutting back into the middle. Plays it off to Bogusz nicely here on the near side. Bogusz trying to get there and does. Plays it a little behind Hollingshead. He's got to recover and try to play it. He'll go all the way back now to McCarthy as that break, not really a breakaway by any means for LAFC, but they had to play it back to McCarthy. He blasted towards Bogusz near midfield. Takes it down. Double team there. Aguirre gets a foot on it, but right to Hollingshead. Back to Bogusz. Great little turn around the defender. Bogusz still carrying it forward. Nice ball to Buwanga. Denis near midfield. Plays it down the line on this wing to an open Hollingshead. 35 from goal. Back to Buwanga with a 10-yard pass. Denis with a little square ball. Ilya Sanchez. Now Chiellini. Great ball forward to Bogusz. Good turn. Bogusz racing to the area. Bogusz. Right-footed shot to the far post is wide. Near where he scored a brilliant one in the first half. This time he misses with the right foot wide of the goal. And it's a goal kick for Monterrey. LAFC leading 2-1 at 70th minute. Moreno will play it back to Andrada on the restart here. They'll build out of the back. Avila, by the way, subbed in for Gonzalez in that sub before he earned that penalty. Andrada, short little ball just outside of the 18 to Medina. Medina nowhere to go. LAFC pressuring a little higher up the pitch now. Medina plays it back to Andrada. Andrada right at the edge of the 18. Confidence on the football, almost borderline on cocky. So Moreno, short little ball to Gallardo, back to Moreno. He plays it forward towards Cortizo, still in the defensive half. Back to Gallardo, who hits Moreno on the run, but can't keep it in play. Gallardo just led Moreno a little too far. Moreno gives him the thumbs up. He liked the thought, but it was just too far. So LAFC with a throw in here. 71st minute, black and gold. They need to keep their foot on the ball. Monterrey has had 71% of the possession, and now they're just a goal behind. Thrown in there towards Krastev, headed back to Palencia, back to Krastev. Sergi finds Gonzalez, who heads it back towards Palencia, who had checked his run-up, and they'll play it back to Andrada, does Monterrey. He just blasts it long under pressure. Hollingshead wins the header forward, cleaned up by Aguirre, only as far as Acosta, who heads it right to the feet of Gouveia. Still in the defensive half. Here come Monterrey, though. You got to be careful. Through the center circle. Great ball to Meza. Good turn. Meza going forward. He's fouled by Hollingshead. No, the referee says play on. I beg your pardon. And LAFC just send it long and out of play into the Monterrey defensive half. I thought Hollingshead got a lot of Meza there, but the referee was behind the play and missed it. Calling weird penalty, but he'll miss that call. Thrown in there by Monterrey. They get it back to Gouveia right around the midfield stripe. LAFC backing into their defensive half to defend here. They'll try the right side. Medina. Short little ball to Canales, who's back to help out. Played to Medina, all the way back now to Gouveia at midfield. Try the left side. Here's Moreno. Krastev closing him down. He goes to Gallardo with a short ball. Down the line to Cortizo. Right along the touchline. 20 yards from goal. Cortizo plays it back on a diagonal. All the way back to Meza. In the middle of the park. Here comes Meza. Short ball back to Gouveia. Gouveia on some offensive thrust out wide to Cortizo. Still, Monterrey with a lot of possession. They've got the ball working for them. Back to Moreno. Patience here. Plenty of time in this match. It's only the 72nd minute. Out wide on the far side. Meza. I beg your pardon, Gouveia. All the way back now to Medina at midfield. Again, LAFC not really pressuring the ball. Aguirre. Short pass there. Good turn by Meza. He'll square it off to Moreno, who's still in the offensive half. They'll use Gallardo along the touchline, 30 yards from goal. Gallardo squares it there to Meza, who's on that left side now. Putting it back on his right foot. Maxime Meza. Good diagonal pass to the near side. Aguirre settling. Goes into the area now. Swept away by Elias Sanchez and out of play. 12 yards off the end line there. It'll be a throw in Monterrey deep in LAFC's defensive half. Something tells me the black and gold are going to need at least one more in this match. Aguirre, this has been a really, really good game. Thrown into Meza, tries the left-footed shot, doesn't get past his own teammate. It deflects out. Krostev tries to keep a touch on it, plays it back to Palencia, who tries to clear it. It doesn't, and it's kept in play now by Govea. 40 yards from goal, out wide again. Gallardo on that left wing. Time to settle on his left foot. Crosses it into the area. Still bouncing. A little bit loose. Played back to Canales. The shot blocked by Chiellini, top of the area. And Aguirre heading it back to the top of the edge of the area to Cortizo. Still battling for it as LAFC. Getting a foot on it is Bogusz out wide here. Keeping it in play is Bouanga. Drags it around one defender, but in doing so, knocks it out of play. It'll be a throw-in again for Monterrey. Thrown back now to Medina near midfield into the offensive zone. It's all Monterrey right now to Canales. Forward now with a pass there. Out wide, Cortizo on the right side to Aguirre. He flips it into the area looking for Funes Mori. Knocked down by LAFC. Cleaned up by Krostev. Dribbling out to Bogusz, who's out. Here comes a good pass to Bouanga near midfield. LAFC trying to break, but Monterrey are back in numbers anyway. Bouanga on the left wing, 1v2. Dini trying to hang onto the ball on the right foot. Squares it all the way across the pitch, top of the area. Gonzalez putting it on his right foot. Overlap of Krostev. Gonzalez trying the left foot. Tries to find it. A good run. Krostev. Nice little pass. It's deflected by Andrada. Still loose. Shot. Save. Andrada at the 6. Off of Gonzalez's foot. He gets the deflection. Back to Bogusz. Curler right into the arms of Andrada waiting for it. Oh, what a save by Esteban Andrada. Keeping Monterrey in it here. They roll it out on the far side. Monterrey still in the defensive half. That was better from LAFC, but it's still just 2-1. Cortizo at midfield. 75th minute. Racing forward now, putting it on his left foot. Squares it off, Canales. Meza had it on his foot. He gets taken down by Krostev and play on, says the referee. Now they will say continue on. He lets play go. It's Medina. Offensive pass towards Canales. 40 yards from goal. Ilie trying to meet him. Canales still on the left foot. Lays it off there to Meza. Meza. Good diagonal pass out wide. Aguirre is open into the corner. Aguirre, 13 yards off the end line, cutting it back on his right foot. Thinking about taking on the end line. Hollingshead sticks a foot in there to win it away and knock it out of play. Throw in Aguirre, takes it quickly back to Govea. He's going to flip it towards the inside the area, headed away by Long, just to the top of the area, though. Gallardo, good little setup back to Moreno. Moreno, middle of the park. Meza, flipping to the back post. Hollingshead gets a head on it. Still top of the area. Chiellini with a head on it. Bouanga knocks it down nicely to Bogusz. Here comes LAFC, laying into the run of Bouanga on the left wing. Denis going to chase it down, 35 from goal. Monterrey getting back again in numbers, but Denis on the football. Gets around the defense of Medina, into the area, cutting it back on his right foot. Shot, save, Andrada, still loose, and cleared away by Gallardo with the left foot. Oh boy, Andrada with another great save. Header won there by Long. This game opening up a bit, as you might imagine. 2-1 LAFC, 76 minute, black and gold. Krostev, 40 yards from goal on that far side, dribbling through a couple of players, tries to find Gonzalez with a pass. It's deflected away. Canales runs it down. Krostev gets a tackle on it, but he said he got too much of Canales, and it's a free kick for Monterrey in their defensive half. Getting a replay of the offensive effort. Oh, Krostev made a great move and tried to square the ball to Denis, but Andrada made another great play on that one. It wasn't a save, but it was a great defensive play. And then Andrada came out to cut down Bouanga's angle. Monterrey on the football now on the restart, near midfield. Govea back to Hector Moreno, carrying it into the offensive zone. Here they come, 77th minute. Gallardo chipping it down the line. Cortizo making a good run into the corner. He catches it along the end line here. Cortizo trying to dribble to the area. Stopped there by Acosta, nearly taken off the football, gets around Acosta, and a foul is called on Kellen. Saying he grabbed Cortizo. Boy, Kellen Acosta, kind of the tough luck recipient of a couple of calls here you're wondering about. Free kick Monterrey just outside of the 18 here, and about 7 yards off the end line, so it's going to be trouble here. Cortizo did a great job to split Palencia and Acosta, and Kellen got his jersey. Can LAFC hang on here defensively? 78th minute, 2-1 black and gold. Meza is over it here. And he can just blast this one if he wants. It's 8 yards off the end line. Two-man wall. McCarthy's in the middle of his goal, but boy, this is dangerous. Meza on the right foot. It'll be an in-swinger. Set up there by Govea. Blasted into the area. Knocked down and cleared by LAFC, Sergi Palencia, and just knocks it out of play into the LAFC bench. Speaking of the bench area, subs are about to come in. Victor Guzman is coming in for Eric Aguirre for Monterrey. That's fresh legs there. And for LAFC, it looks like Nathan Ordaz, who has scored in 2 games in this tournament, he will replace the new signing Mario Gonzalez. So Mario Gonzalez's first appearance for the black and gold. 79th minute, he will be subbed out for Nathan Ordaz. 2 goals and an assist for Ordaz in this tournament. Congratulations to Mario Gonzalez making his first appearance for LAFC. And he leaves with the team leading 2-1 as Ordaz enters here for the black and gold. Can LAFC put this game away? Thrown in now to Guzman for Monterrey. Gets it off to Moreno. Back to Guzman. Medina is now the right back. Guzman playing the right center back spot. He gets it off to the left center back, Moreno. Down the line. Good ball by Gallardo to touch it forward into his run. Towards the end line, battling with Palencia. Gallardo gets taken off the football there, and they're going to say it's a corner kick. And wow, that's a bad call there. Palencia can't believe it either. Looked like it was last off Monterrey. I could be wrong on that. It happened to real quick bang, bang play, but it's going to be Maxi Meza with an in-swinging corner here. 80th minute now at the Rose Bowl. Kellen Acosta's got to be careful. He's got a yellow card. He's starting to get into the face of Gallardo here. He's already been called for a yellow card and a penalty. I know Kellen doesn't want to back down there, but these are the kind of things that Monterrey is not unwilling to do, is try to get into your head here. In-swinger, Meza. Long run up. Here it comes. Back post. Knocked down. And in. It's an own goal. 2-2. Guzman put it back towards goal, and LAFC knock it in their own net. And we're all tied at 2. 80th minute. This game is even. Victor Guzman got to the back post on the header all the way across, put it back towards the goal, and it was knocked in by LAFC. I don't know who got the last touch. Might have been Palencia, yeah. Not that it mattered much. He didn't even know anything about it, frankly. As Guzman just tried to recross it back in towards the near post, and Palencia just got a little too much on it. And it snuck in past John McCarthy, who had no chance. 2-2. So the first half belonged to LAFC, but right now Monterrey are on the front foot. They win it back off the restart here, and they're back on the football. Guzman will play it all the way back to Andrada. Monterrey feeling good about themselves now. 81st minute, 2-2. Guzman will get it back from Moreno. Still in the defensive half. Short little ball, Govea. Right to the center circle. Govea to Meza, back to Moreno. Moreno down the line again to Gallardo. Still 45 from goal. Making the run there available for Avila. Plays it back now to Gallardo. Beats the defender there. Back to Avila. Top of the area. Into the area now. Taking off the football there. He goes down like a sack of hammers. Krastev beats him there, and Bogusz. Good ball to Mateusz. Bogusz racing down that right wing, trying to get it on his back into another pass. Finding Krastev in the middle. Krastev 40 yards from goal. Good diagonal ball to Bouanga. Edge of the area, Denis. Into the 18 out. Denis, right-footed shot near post. Save Andrada, and he knocks it wide. Oh, Bouanga crushed the defender there and nearly beat Andrada to the near post. Corner kick, LAFC. Great effort there from Denis Bouanga. Medina could not keep up. He went through the legs of Medina with a shot, and Andrada had to make a great save and did. Deep in the 82nd minute, corner kick, black and gold. Near side of the pitch. LAFC need one here. Bogusz will take the in-swinger. Plenty of options up for LAFC. It's 2-2. Bogusz laying it into the 6. Headed away by Monterrey. Looked like that was Jesus Gallardo getting on that one. It'll be a throw-in for the black and gold deep in Monterrey's defensive half. So LAFC will retreat a bit defensively here to make sure before this throw-in. 83rd minute. 2-2 at the Rose Bowl. Hollingshead comes in to take it here on the left side. Still deep in the LAFC offensive half. Throws it in towards Ordaz. Good little turn towards the end line, trying to cut it off. But Gouveia wins the ball back as Ordaz's cross just ran right into Gouveia. Up to midfield. Avila knocks it into the run of Funes Mori. Sends it back into the run of Avila. Here comes Avila. Looking for the top of the area. Avila on the left foot. Shot. Just deflected wide by Chiellini. Corner kick, Monterrey. That one nearly snuck in anyway. Back and forth. This game goes. It is on a razor's edge here. Good play by Avila. Chiellini got into the area and deflected that shot just wide. Good block, but McCarthy was stranded. If that one would have snuck in, that would have been real harsh. Here comes the in-swinging corner. Meza, back post. Knocked back in towards the 6. Ordaz gets a touch on it. Monterrey will gather it, though. Gouveia out wide again to Canales here on the right wing. Canales on that left foot. Thought about the curling cross. He's going to play it all the way back instead to Andrada, who's 40 yards off his line. Boy, and Esteban Andrada has made some big saves for Monterrey tonight. So has John McCarthy. It's been a good game. Medina. Tale of two halves on the score sheet, but it's been a good match. Played back now to Andrada. Monterrey still on the football. Moreno back up towards midfield. 84th minute. Down that left wing, Gallardo. Here they come again, Gallardo. Early cross in towards the box. Headed away by Aaron Long. Bogu's trying to get a touch on it. He's 1v3, though, and he's taken off the football there just around the center circle. Cortizo still in the offensive half. Plays it to Canales. Canales lays it back to Moreno, and now to Gouveia. Gouveia out to Guzman. Guzman dribbling around up towards Cortizo. 35 from goal. Out wider still now. Medina settles. Good cross in. Headed away by Aaron Long again. This is where LAFC are trying to maybe get on breaks. Boanga settling now, dribbling through two players. Denis racing forward, but it's 1v6. Literally, Denis is the only one back. He'll have to play it back now for some help. Palencia squares it off to Acosta. Through the center circle nicely here. There's a little bit of space. Hollingshead. Now the left side here. Bogusz, 45 from goal. And LAFC will kind of let Monterrey retreat back into a more defensive shell here a bit. Chiellini, Acosta, center circle back to Chiellini. Now out wide, Bogusz. Cutting it back in towards the middle. Bogusz switches it all the way across the pitch. Taking it off his chest there is Palencia. Palencia to Bogusz in the channel. Pushed off the ball. Should be a foul. And they do finally call it back. The referee finally calls the foul. He thought about playing the advantage here. 86th minute, LAFC. BMO is proud to be the official bank of LAFC. We're committed to growing the game of soccer and to grow the good in the communities across California. LAFC play quickly, far side, Boanga. Now on the right wing, just outside of the area, trying to take on the defender to the end line. Denis gets it off of the leg of the defender and then reflects off Gallardo and then off of Boanga and out of play. Denis doesn't believe it, but it is a goal kick. Monterrey back in the 86th minute. Still 2-2 at the Rose Bowl. Played out quickly here for Gouveia, who's carrying it up the pitch. LAFC trying to get back defensively. Cortizo right back to Gouveia. He's got Medina open on this right wing. Near midfield. Back to Gouveia in the center circle. Canales is back out to help. Lays it off to Hector Moreno, the captain. He's already in the offensive zone. 15-yard pass forward. Meza on that left wing. Short little pass, Canales. They'll try the right side again with a long looping ball to Medina. Trying to take it down. It's out of play off his chest. And it'll be a throw-in for LAFC. Near side of the pitch, 87th minute. Monterrey with 71% of the ball, but they've only outshot LAFC 18-14. LAFC technically with shots on goal. They're in the lead 7-6, but it's 2-2. Boy, the black and gold and Monterrey. What a matchup this has been. Both teams missing a key piece for sure in Bertarame and Carlos Vela. But, boy, this has been a battle. LAFC looking to bring in some fresh legs in just a moment. They throw it long down this wing. Ordaz battling with Guzman, but it rolls to Andrada. Andrada plays it out in the middle of the field. Gouveia, first touch, races toward it, but he plays it back on a square ball all the way back to Gallardo, who's back there helping out. Short ball there on that far side. Avila gets fouled there by Palencia, so it'll be a free kick, Monterrey. They take it quickly and short. Gouveia to Avila in the middle of the park. Canales plays it back defensively. Guzman lays it off to Moreno. And now to Canales again. Sergio Canales immediately puts his head up. He's in the center circle. He's surveying, putting it on that left foot, racing into the offensive zone. Canales, short little pass there, Meza. They'll go out wide. Meza hitting Gallardo right along the touchline. 35 from goal. Gallardo cutting it back into the middle of the field, but he plays it back to Meza with the right foot. Trying the back post. Chiellini reads it and heads it out for Ordaz, just outside of the area. Ordaz dragging it out, creates some space. Ordaz racing down this left wing, trying to cut it back into the middle. It's read perfectly there by Guzman, and here comes Victor Guzman. Short little pass to Avila in space. Avila out wide on this near side, Medina. Playing it back now to Cortizo, just outside of the area, putting it on his left foot. Cortizo, just outside of the 18. Cortizo still on his left foot. Shot towards the back post. Save McCarthy, ball loose, and in! Funes Mori has scored. It's 3-2. Jordi Cortizo with a great shot that forced a brilliant save from McCarthy. But Funes Mori gets there for the rebound in the 89th minute. Monterrey lead 3-2. The black and gold have their work cut out for them now in the final minutes. Cortizo at the edge of the area getting around a couple of defenders and put off a wicked shot. McCarthy made a great save, but it fell to Funes Mori, who had a wild angle to hit it and somehow managed to find the back of the net. 3-2 Monterrey. And the black and gold trail now for the first time. They led 2-0 at half, and Monterrey has come storming back, and what a game it's been. Funes Mori comes celebrating with his teammates on the sideline here. 90th minute. LAFC must find a goal here now to try to get back into this one. Rogelio Funes Mori with a goal. Hasn't done much in this match, but when you give him an opportunity, he'll take advantage. First goal of the tournament for Funes Mori. But boy, Cortizo with that shot really set that up, to be honest. That had a lot to do with Jordi Cortizo. And now they're, I guess VAR is calling down to the pitch for something. I don't know what this could possibly be. In any event, time's still going on here. And they say it's a good goal. It was clearly a goal. But we have still not restarted this match into the 91st minute. We're into stoppage time. Stay tuned for the Black and Gold postgame show presented by Heineken. Heineken, official partner of Los Angeles Football Club. And I don't know what the delay is in the middle of the pitch. LAFC trying to get some substitutes in. And indeed, that's what we're going to do here. So it's 9 minutes of stoppage time presented by Extra Mile. LAFC still wanted to bring in subs. I don't know what we're still waiting for. The referee has not restarted the game. I don't know if VAR is checking on something here. So it will be Jesus Murillo coming in. A substitute now for Mateusz Bogusz. But that just might be because Timothy Tillman's also coming in, and he is going to be replacing Kellen Acosta. We'll see. It's more like Murillo will come in and try to get on the end of a header here. Tillman is coming back in. Good to see him back from injury. Making his way back into the lineup here. But, boy, work to be done. Stoppage time now. Mamadou Fall is also checking in for LAFC. So LAFC going to look to play this. Yeah, the goal counts. They got to start this off and get going. They're going to send everybody forward. They need a goal here. Murillo to Tillman, who's in the center circle. Now Monterrey backing in, obviously. Tillman going to flip it long. Top of the area. Fall heads it to the far side, but Andrada is going to get there before anybody else for LAFC can. And he'll grab it right along the end line. We are into the stoppage time. 9 minutes are added on. We're almost 2 minutes into it already. We'll see if a little bit more is added on. But more importantly, LAFC must get a goal. Monterrey lead 3-2. Andrada still has the football. Punts it long down that left wing. Headed away there by Palencia. Kept in play by Monterrey with a header. Palencia heads it back into the offensive zone. Monterrey sky it high up in the air. That one's going to go towards their goal. Moreno just has to try to head it out and does. Headed back into dangerous area. Long with a header towards the middle. That's touched away by Monterrey towards midfield. Chiellini gets there first and knock it down to Hollingshead. He'll flip it up to the top of the area. Getting a touch on it there was Krostev, who tried to, or beg your pardon, Aaron Long, who got a touch on it. Tried to flick it towards goal, but Andrada is there, and he will grab it just in front of Aaron Long. Andrada still on the football. 3rd minute of stoppage time. Again, presented by Extra Mile. Long punt by Andrada down that left wing into the offensive zone. Headed strongly by Murillo. Knockdown header by Monterrey at midfield, but Krostev cleans it up. Good ball there. Long plays it out wide. Crossed in by LAFC, but a mishit there on that far side by Jesus Murillo, and it's going to go out of play for a goal kick. So Andrada's going to take his time here. Monterrey leading 3-2. They had 2 goals scored against them in the first half by LAFC, who led 2-0 at the break. But it's been all Monterrey in the second half. 3 unanswered goals as they lead 3-2 here. Time running out. We're 4 minutes into stoppage time. 9 are scheduled. LAFC must find another goal here to force penalties. Can they get another opportunity? Andrada blasting it long for Monterrey. Headed forward. Murillo, though, gets a second touch on it. Tillman going to play it back to John McCarthy. He's just going to send it long on the first touch with the right foot towards midfield. Ordaz lets it run, but it's just Medina there to clean it up back to midfield. LAFC win it again, but Tillman doesn't get enough on it. And Monterrey come away with it. Avila out wide here, Medina. Here they come. Players forward now for Monterrey. Trying to get around Tillman was Medina, but Tillman wins it back. And Ryan Hollingshead blasts it long towards midfield. Bouanga knocks it down there. Ordaz trying to clean it up. It's stolen away. Canales plays it to Avila. Back now at midfield to Medina. They'll go all the way back to Moreno. Plays it back to Andrada. Pressure there from Mamadou. And Gallardo heads it forward. And a foul is called on Murillo as he takes down Meza, and that's going to take more time off the clock. Halfway through stoppage time, LAFC got to remember you can't commit fouls either because this is going to take a while. Is there another opportunity in it for the black and gold? And again, it's a knockout game. It doesn't matter if you lose 3-2 or 5-2. You got to pour forward, and that's what the black and gold are doing. So it is Monterrey's free kick, 10 yards in front of midfield. Moreno's on it. He's just going to play it all the way back to Andrada and force LAFC to chase it down. Andrada's 35 yards off his goal. Sends it long down that left wing. Headed away by Palencia, but it's out of play for a throw-in. And again, that's going to cause more time to be run off this clock. 96th minute. Meza will walk it up, and he's going to pass it to somebody. No, he does throw it in to his credit. To Funes Mori, the last goal scorer. Laid off top of the area here. Chiellini gets there. Ball knocked away, though. Cortizo, who's been really the difference in this second half, in my opinion, plays it back. LAFC trying to chase it down. Ordaz gets a touch on it. It was just blasted off of him by Moreno. Ordaz nearly stole that away, but it would be a throw-in for Monterrey on the far side of the pitch. Time is wasting away for the black and gold. Do they have anything left in them to get another opportunity? They have poured it all onto the pitch, but they still are running around trying to get that second opportunity. Tillman gets taken down near midfield. A foul is called. It'll be a free kick for the black and gold. Put down by Murillo near midfield. And Tillman will take it. LAFC got to get back to it now. About 3 minutes left, maybe a little less. Tillman sending players forward. Right at the edge of the 18. Chipping it in towards that back post. Headed away there by Medina. Knockdown header there also by Avila, but it's going to go out of play. It'll be a throw-in for LAFC. Still deep in the Monterrey half. Chiellini throws it in back to Bouanga. Bouanga cutting it back middle of the field. Chasing it down there is Krostev. Trying to cut that ball up to the top of the area. It's cut off, and Monterrey have it now. Meza dribbling forward. You got to be careful. Don't foul him. Meza in the middle of the field. Getting around Palencia. Sergi, don't foul him. He doesn't. Meza still carrying it forward. Out wide here on the near side, just outside of the area, Avila. This is where LAFC must attack the ball and not foul. Cortizo on the left foot. He's so dangerous. Cortizo dribbling around, LAFC trying to take him off the ball. They finally do. And they win it back. Here come the black and gold now. Ordaz on this left wing. Ordaz around one defender diving for it. Ordaz into the offensive zone. Gets chopped down from behind. Cynical there for Monterrey by Cortizo. He gets the yellow card. Knew exactly what he was doing there, but it's a free kick for LAFC. 2 minutes left. And there will be a substitute coming in here now. No, I beg your pardon. No, it is not. LAFC will play it. Bawanga, middle of the field now. Palencia, 35 yards from goal, chipping it towards the back post. Nobody there for LAFC. I mean, there are plenty of players there, but it hits the head of a Monterrey player, and it's cleared away. I think that was Avila who got on that one. Palencia does chase it down, plays it back to midfield. Settling it there is Tillman. Tillman racing down that wing, looking for some help. Got to make sure you can't lose it. He gets it off his foot to Krastev. 35 from goal, middle of the field. Krastev, they'll try the left side. Ordaz is waiting for it. On his left foot, Ordaz crossing it into the middle. Headed away there strongly by Funes Mori. An outplay here on the near side. A minute left, potentially. Ordaz, can LAFC keep their Leagues Cup hopes alive? They need a goal. Trailing 3-2, Hollingshead. Throws it in to the area. Long heads it back to the top of the area. Knocked away by Monterrey and cleared with the right foot. All the way back to midfield. LAFC got to do a good job trying to get to this one. Krastev gets taken off the ball momentarily. LAFC will win it back. Here we go. Seconds remaining. Palencia dribbling forward. They got to dump it towards the top of the area. Here they go. Knockdown header there. Ordaz chases it down just outside of the area. Plays it back now to Palencia. Lays it off Tillman. 40 yards from goal. Tillman chipping it towards the back post. Headed in towards the middle. Knocked away by Monterrey, top of the area. They get back and clean it up. Here's Mesa dribbling forward. You can't foul him. On that far side, Tillman tries to knock it away. He does off the defender. Seconds remaining. LAFC just got to pump it forward here. Referee not checking his watch yet. Palencia, 50 yards from goal. Sergi laying it off on that far side. It's Tillman settling it. Get it in, fellas. Back to Palencia. You got to send it in the area. Sergi Palencia towards the back post. Andrada comes out and grabs it at the 6 and falls to the turf, and that will do it. We're past the 9 minutes. By the time Andrada touches it, Monterrey are going to move on to the semifinals after an incredible comeback in the second half. 3 unanswered goals for Monterrey. Andrada blast it long. Foul there by Monterrey. The referee's playing on. LAFC will have a free kick in their own end, though. They've got to just absolutely pummel it forward here. We're almost a minute past stoppage time. Here we go. LAFC, one final chance. Into the corner here. Murillo tries to cross in. It's deflected and out of play. It'll be a corner kick. LAFC must hurry. Can they get another opportunity here? The game is still going on. Monterrey has not won it yet. Krastev into the corner. We're in the 101st minute. This will likely be it. McCarthy coming up. Black and gold pouring into the area. Krastev, the outswinger. Low to the near post. McCarthy tries to get there. It's knocked away for the goal kick. No more time remaining, I'm sure. 101st minute. Ball was knocked out of play, and it will be a goal kick. And it's over. Monterrey have won. 3-2 the final score. LAFC fall in defeat in the Leagues Cup quarterfinals, and Rayados are moving on to the semifinals of this tournament, where they will take on Nashville in Nashville. We'll be back to wrap it up in the postgame show. Final score, Monterrey 3, LAFC 2, right here on ESPN LA.
LAFC Monterrey is a final. On ESPN LA, the Black and Gold postgame show presented by Heineken is next. ESPN LA.
The Black and Gold play here.
KSPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Sedano and Cap.
It's the LA afternoon takeover. I would rather get into like LAFC, for example. LAFC.
Well, you can do that.
When's the last full soccer game, beginning to end, you've watched on television?
But you know what? I can already kind of smell what's going on here.
Okay.
What's going on?
Okay.
What's going on?
You know what September 3rd is?
Oh, the Messi game?
Yeah,
I want in.
that's what you're doing.
I want in on that.
Yeah, you're not getting in. That's like
Hold on.
that's going to be like the Super Bowl here. The tickets to that game or that match are going to be insane.
What is he doing?
He's getting in his bag. He's digging into his bag of tricks. He's pulling out what appears to be the LAFC scarf.
Oh, nice. Míralo.
Do your Mario.
Now I've got on this LAFC scarf, and it's dope AF. Catch the Dono and Cap Monday at 4 p.m.
After Mason and Ireland.
on 710 ESPN. LAFC is a final. We kick off the Black and Gold postgame show presented by Heineken.
LAFC Monterrey is a final.
LAFC on ESPN LA.
This is the Black and Gold postgame show.
This is the Black and Gold post-game show.
The Black and Gold postgame show is presented by Heineken. Heineken, official partner of Los Angeles Football Club.
All the highlights, all the postgame news.
We are the heart of Los Angeles.
The Black and Gold postgame show.
This is the Black and Gold post-game show.
And by 1800 Tequila, the best taste in tequila. And BMO. BMO is proud to be the official bank of LAFC. We're committed to growing the game of soccer and to grow the good in the communities across California. And by Kaiser Permanente. As the team physicians of LAFC, we work to keep the heart of LA healthy and the hearts of LA thriving. Kaiser Permanente. Together we thrive. And by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Here's Dave Denholm.
LAFC beaten at the Rose Bowl by Monterrey, and their League's Cup run ends in the quarterfinals. Rayados will move on to the semifinals to take on Nashville on Tuesday, and it was looking so good for the Black and Gold for a long time in this match. LAFC and Monterrey battled here at the Rose Bowl. What a game, but Monterrey come out with the 3-2 victory. Let's go to the highlights. What a crazy first few seconds. Denis Bouanga draws a penalty within 30 seconds and buries it in the second minute. The PK has been given. Referee blows his whistle. Here we go. Denis up with the right foot, approaches, shot, goal! It's in! LAFC lead 1-0! What a blazing start for the Black and Gold. Bouanga was fouled within 20 seconds by Stefan Medina. He's still shaking his head. And in the second minute, Denis Bouanga buries the PK for his sixth goal of the tournament in just his third match. And the Black and Gold are off to a flying start at the Rose Bowl. 30th minute, Sergio Canales with an attempt for Rayados. Here's Medina, still on the ball. He's the one who committed the penalty. Good pass, middle of the park. Settling on the left foot was Canales and misses from 22. Goal kick, LAFC, as Canales skied that one, but boy, was he open. And Medina with a 30-yard pass right on the ground, just blistering, found the foot of Canales, who can't believe how badly he missed that. He is frustrated with himself. Sergio Canales, the penalty kick that won the game against Tigres in stoppage time. And deep into it for that 1-0 victory in the Clásico. What a game it was. 30th minute, LAFC 1, Monterrey 0. Monterrey were pouring forward and trying to get the tying goal, but it actually came back to bite them as the Black and Gold ran a perfect counterattack in the 42nd minute. Funes Mori lays it down to Canales. Back to Mezu, chips it forward. Chiellini with a header to Bouanga. Oh, nice pass there, now to Bogusz. Here comes LAFC. Can they find a break here? Monterrey trying to get back. Bouanga's on the left wing. Bogusz foods it 30 yards from goal. Denis on the left foot. Denis into the area, putting it on his right foot. Lays it to Bogusz. Trying to settle. Shot. Goal! Mateusz Bogusz drills it. It's 2-0. Golazo for LAFC. Another counterattack run to perfection by Bogusz and Bouanga. Listen to the crowd in the Rose Bowl for the Black and Gold. Mateusz Bogusz, what a finish. Yeah, it was indeed a great finish from Mateusz Bogusz. LAFC 2 and Monterrey 0. Good save by John McCarthy at the end of the half in the 44th minute. Meza trying to show, but instead Govan goes forward to Rojas in the channel there. Gets around the defender Palencia, who fell down. Rojas into the area towards Canales. They play it top of the area. Meza with a shot. Save McCarthy, and he hangs on. John McCarthy got down to his left and made sure there was no rebound. Yeah, good effort there by Meza, but a better save by John McCarthy. 2-0 at the break, but boy, that didn't stop Rayados. In fact, that just kept them pouring forward in the second half. Hector Moreno with a header in the 58th minute. But it is a corner kick for Canales on the far side of the pitch. Third corner of the match for Monterrey. Outswinger with a left foot. Here it comes. 58th minute. Towards the penalty spot. Headed down, but right into the waiting arms of McCarthy. Header there from Hector Moreno, who was battling with Chiellini in the middle and got a lot of it. Chiellini helps him up, and Moreno's got to race down the length of the pitch now. 58th minute. So LAFC still leading 2-0. Another good save by John McCarthy in the 62nd minute. Moreno going to use Gallardo on that left wing, right along the touchline, 30 yards from goal. Into the channel there, just outside of the area to Cortizo. Plays it back nicely there. Top of the area now, Meza. Puts it on his right foot. Shot from 25. Save! McCarthy! He tips it over. Oh, what a save in the right hand of John McCarthy. Meza had space. Blasted it, and McCarthy made a brilliant save. Still 2-0. But then it went to VAR in the 67th minute. A penalty was called. Sergio Canales stepped up for Monterrey to get Rayados back in the match. Canales gets the word from the referee. 68th minute, the left footer approaches the ball, strikes it. Goal into the corner. It's 2-1 Monterrey. Nothing McCarthy could do there. He dove right, but Canales buried it into that corner. And Monterrey Rayados are back into it. Their fans are loving it. It's 2-1 LAFC. Monterrey are back in it. Monterrey indeed were back in it, and they did not stop. A couple of attempts by LAFC. 75th minute, Bogusz and Buonga combining. 76th minute, Denis had a chance. But in the 80th minute, this is really where the game seemed to turn, and Rayados got a big break. In-swinger, Meza. Long run up. Here it comes. Back post. Knocked down. And in. It's an own goal. 2-2. Guzman put it back towards goal, and LAFC knock it into their own net, and we're all tied at 2. 80th minute. This game is even. Victor Guzman got to the back post on the header all the way across, put it back towards the goal, and it was knocked in by LAFC. I don't know who got the last touch. Might have been Palencia, yeah. Not that it mattered much. He didn't even know anything about it, frankly, as Guzman just tried to recross it back in towards the near post, and Palencia just got a little too much on it, and it snuck in past John McCarthy, who had no chance. 2-2. 82nd minute, Denis Buonga tried to unbreak that tie. Crossed it 40 yards from goal. Good diagonal ball to Buonga. Edge of the area, Denis. Into the 18 out. Denis, right-footed shot near post. Save Andrade, and he knocks it wide. Oh, Buonga crushed the defender there and nearly beat Andrade to the near post. Corner kick, LAFC. Great effort there from Denis Buonga. Still 2-2 late in the match. Rogelio Funes Mori didn't do much in this game, but when he had a chance, he did everything in the 88th minute. Here comes Victor Guzman. Short little pass to Avila in space. Avila out wide on this near side, Medina. Playing it back now to Cortizo, just outside of the area, putting it on his left foot. Cortizo, just outside of the 18. Cortizo still on his left foot. Shot towards the back post. Save McCarthy, ball loose, and in! Funes Mori has scored. It's 3-2. Jordi Cortizo with a great shot that forced a brilliant save from McCarthy. But Funes Mori gets there for the rebound in the 89th minute. Monterrey lead 3-2. The black and gold have their work cut out for them now in the final minutes. Cortizo at the edge of the area getting around a couple of defenders and put off a wicked shot. McCarthy made a great save, but it fell to Funes Mori, who had a wild angle to hit it and somehow managed to find the back of the net. 3-2 Monterrey. And that is how it would end. Despite some 10-plus minutes of stoppage time, LAFC could not break through to tie it up. Monterrey move on to the semifinals. LAFC are out of the Leagues Cup in the quarterfinal with a 3-2 loss to Monterrey at the Rose Bowl. Today's Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel thrill of the match was that Mateusz Bogusz goal in the 42nd minute. It was a thrilling goal to give LAFC at the time the 2-0 lead. So coming up, we'll bring you the Game Changer powered by Valvoline Instant Oil Change on the home of the black and gold, ESPN LA.
Becoming America's best-selling brand means you never settle for anything less. Like the Ford F-150, with its premium-grade muscle and finely tuned intelligence, it's a beast with brains. The Ford Bronco Sport, with unquestioned toughness and capability, it's built to take on the mountains. And Ford's complete lineup of all-wheel drive SUVs gives you the power, style, and space you need for life on the go. Contact your local Ford store for exclusive offers on Ford's full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Sales claim based on calendar year sales. Becoming America's best-selling brand means you never settle for anything less. Like the Ford F-150, with its premium-grade muscle and finely tuned intelligence, it's a beast with brains. The Ford Bronco Sport, with unquestioned toughness and capability, it's built to take on the mountains. And Ford's complete lineup of all-wheel drive SUVs gives you the power, style, and space you need for life on the go. Contact your local Ford store for exclusive offers on Ford's full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Sales claim based on calendar year sales.
Just a second. Listen, it's hard to balance work, family, and school. But it's easier when your university is built for students with a lot on their plate. Since 1976, University of Phoenix has helped over 1 million working adults earn their degree. Come see what they can do for you. Find out more at phoenix.edu. University of Phoenix. We rise for you.
Okay, what's going on?
What does it take to make the world's most awarded tequila? 1800 Tequila knows it takes dedication down to every drop. It's more than just harvesting the finest blue agave. It's using it in a 200-year-old recipe recognized by tequila experts as the best in its class. So when you choose 1800 Tequila, you choose taste above all. 1800, the best taste in tequila. 1800 Tequila, Proximo, Jersey City, New Jersey. 21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
Sweet, savory, refreshing. Those are just a few words to describe the new Baskin-Robbins Mango Nata. Our tribute to this traditional Mexican beverage combines the bright, tropical flavor of mango, the tangy kick of chamoy, and the spice of Tajín Clásico seasoning, leaving taste buds with an unforgettably unique experience. It's the perfect way to sip in the new season. Try a Mango Nata today at Baskin-Robbins. Sweet, savory, score.
If your colors are black and gold, then you know the heart of LA. And if you're one of 4 million that call LA home, then you're the heart that keeps LAFC going strong. As the team physicians of LAFC, Kaiser Permanente knows that a strong team needs a stronger community. And we're dedicated to helping keep LAFC, their fans, and LA at their absolute best. Because shoulder to shoulder we stand, and together we thrive. Kaiser Permanente.
200% more power, 300% longer battery life, and 100% faster charging. That's what pros can expect from Flex Power Tools. Featuring stacked lithium battery technology, this game-changing power keeps pros on the job and off the sidelines so they can outwork, outperform, and outlast the competition. And it's backed by the Flex lifetime warranty for all tools, batteries, and chargers. Stay in the game with Flex Power Tools, a proud sponsor of LAFC. Visit flexpowertools.com to check out the full lineup of 24-volt tools.
What does a bank like BMO know about soccer? Well, we've been a fan for 2 decades. Helped over 250,000 kids take the pitch. And invested $25 million in support of youth athletes. But we're not just growing the game, we're growing the good. We're a bank that helps millions of customers make real financial progress. And that's something we can all cheer for. BMO, official bank of LAFC. BMO Harris Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
You're listening to the Black and Gold postgame show, recapping everything that went down tonight.
This is the Black and Gold postgame show.
The Black and Gold postgame show presented by Heineken.
The Black and Gold postgame show is presented by Heineken. Heineken, official partner of Los Angeles Football Club.
This is LAFC's head coach, Steve Cherundolo. This is the Black and Gold postgame show.
LAFC Monterrey is a final.
Is a final once again.
Back to Dave Denholm.
Monterrey defeat LAFC 3-2 in the Leagues Cup quarterfinal at the Rose Bowl. Monterrey will move on to take on Nashville on Tuesday in the semifinals with the opportunity. The winner of that one will be guaranteed a slot in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. They also will be playing for the Leagues Cup championship. But LAFC's trip is over here in the quarterfinals. Monterrey, 70% of the possession, 20 shots to 14 they led, 8 shots to 7 on goal. It was a very even game in that sense. And certainly LAFC with a 2-0 lead, you knew Monterrey were going to have a lot of the football, and they took advantage of that. The black and gold could not find the tying goal, and Monterrey move on for the 3-2 victory. It's time now for the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Game Changer. And for me, it was really more of the call. The penalty, Avila got taken down. Kellen Acosta was whistled for the PK after VAR checked it out. It wasn't initially called. It was very soft. There's no two ways about that. People will argue that the Bouanga penalty in the first minute might have been soft. Okay, those things have a way of evening out, no doubt about it. But for me, it was the game changer in that Monterrey got right back on it, down now only 1, and then did not stop and got the other 2 goals to get the victory. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and to score game-winning coupons off your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Still to come, we take a look ahead to the LAFC schedule. Plus, we'll bring you the Flex Power Tool Save of the Match. All that and more on the home of the black and gold. This is ESPN LA.
Bet on your team, not your cooking abilities. Find what you need to hit the spot by ordering Postmates, the official on-demand delivery partner of Los Angeles Football Club. Use code LA30 to get 30% off your first 3 orders of $35 or more. Terms apply.
A great football club knows how to use the depth on its squad.
And your game day drink needs the right players too.
I'm going with Captain Morgan, a flavourful start.
Yeah, let's round up the squad with ginger ale and
a lime wedge.
Delicious.
Sub in the captain. Visit CaptainMorgan.com to find Captain near you. Drink responsibly. Captain Morgan Original Spiced Rum. Premium Caribbean rum with spice and other natural flavors. 35% alcohol by volume. Captain Morgan Rum Company, New York, New York.
Hey, LAFC fans. If you're in need of large format printed graphics and installation, or projection mapping to bring a massive building to life, or creative designs to make your message pop, look no further than LAFC's own official signage partner, A3 Visual. A3 Visual is a full-service visual solutions company specializing in large format printing, immersive events, creative design, fabrication, and installation. Make the world your canvas with A3 Visual. Visit them today at a3visual.com.
Arriba, Chela. We don't get it to make it this match. Drink arriba for the win. It's a better Michelin. Drink arriba for the win. It's a better Michelin. Oh la la la. Arriba, Chela. Oh la la la.
If your colors are black and gold, then you know the heart of LA. And if you're one of 4 million that call LA home, then you're the heart that keeps LAFC going strong. As the team physicians of LAFC, Kaiser Permanente knows that a strong team needs a stronger community. And we're dedicated to helping keep LAFC, their fans, and LA at their absolute best. Because shoulder to shoulder we stand, and together we thrive. Kaiser Permanente.
Today, with so much uncertainty in our lives, it's understandable to feel stressed and anxious. Score a goal by using CalHope's free resources to take care of your mental health. Make a game plan by calling our warm line at 833-317-4673. That's 833-317-4673. Or live chat at calhope.org. That's calhope.org. CalHope, official partner of Los Angeles Football Club. Bet on your team, not your cooking abilities. Find what you need to hit the spot by ordering Postmates, the official on-demand delivery partner of Los Angeles Football Club. Use code LA30 to get 30% off your first 3 orders of $35 or more. Terms apply.
You're listening to the Black and Gold Postgame Show, recapping everything that went down tonight.
This is the Black and Gold Postgame Show.
The Black and Gold Postgame Show presented by Heineken.
The Black and Gold Postgame Show is presented by Heineken. Heineken, official partner of Los Angeles Football Club.
This is LAFC's head coach, Steve Cherundolo. This is the Black and Gold Postgame Show.
LAFC Monterrey is a final.
Is a final once again.
Back to Dave Denholm.
Black and Gold postgame show on ESPN LA, presented by Heineken. LAFC dropped out of the League's Cup by Rayados of Monterrey, 3-2 the final at the Rose Bowl. Time for the Flex Power Tool save of the match. John McCarthy with a brilliant save in the 62nd minute. Moreno going to use Gallardo on that left wing, right along the touchline, 30 yards from goal. Into the channel there, just outside of the area to Cortizo. Plays it back nicely there. Top of the area now, Meza. Puts it on his right foot. Shot from 25. Save! McCarthy! He tips it over! Oh, what a save in the right hand of John McCarthy. Meza had space. Blasted it, and McCarthy made a brilliant save. Still 2-0. Well, at that time it was 2-0, but then Monterrey, 3 unanswered goals in the final 30-plus minutes, and they move on to the semifinals of the League's Cup. LAFC will get back at it in MLS. A little bit more of a break here. At least the Black and Gold can get all back into health and get rested up to reconvene the MLS season, which begins again on August 20th. LAFC will host Colorado at BMO Stadium. So the Black and Gold will be back in action after the final of this League's Cup coming up on the 19th. A lot of teams back in action on Sunday the 20th. LAFC hosting Colorado. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app. This copyrighted audio cast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer. Thanks so much to stadium engineer Patrick Simon, ESPN LA studio engineer Rebecca Womble, and LAFC radio producer Mario Reed. I am Dave Denholm for the final time of the League's Cup after LAFC were defeated by Monterrey 3-2 tonight at the Rose Bowl. Thank you so much for listening. Have a good rest of your week, everyone.
Thank you for listening to LAFC.
LAFC Monterrey is a final.
This is Carlos Vela of your LAFC. LAFC Season 6 is on.
Up next for the Black and Gold, LAFC get back to MLS action on August 20th versus Colorado Rapids from BMO Stadium. Pre-game coverage begins at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Farmer John is honored to celebrate another year of our La Familia partnership with LAFC, spotlighting and uplifting LA's community members who are making the world a better place, one block at a time. So fresh, so flavorful, so California.
Experience Native American cultures, music, food, and dance at the annual San Manuel Powwow from Friday, September 15th through Sunday, September 17th. Join dancers and singers from across the U.S. and Canada at Cal State University San Bernardino to celebrate Native American culture and heritage during this free event. Experience the incredible sights and sounds of the grand entry, the thunderous and pounding drum circles, delicious foods, shopping, and more. For details, visit SoCalPowwow.com.
Chick-fil-A SoCal is proud to be the official chicken sandwich of LAFC. We love winning as much as you love free food, so LAFC has partnered with Chick-fil-A SoCal to give you a free Chick-fil-A sandwich anytime LAFC wins at home. Just follow these 3 easy steps. 1, download the Chick-fil-A app. 2, turn on your location services. 3, wait until LAFC wins at BMO Stadium, and then open your app before 10:30 a.m. the next day. It's that easy. Go LAFC, and remember, eat more chicken.
The energy to perform our best starts with a single heartbeat, then another, until a collective drumming of the heart drowns out any doubt. The energy we need comes from a community, pushing us to play harder, go further, be better. At Chevron, we know the power of human energy. This is human energy at work. Chevron, the official energy partner of LAFC.
Sorry, just jumping through some hoops here. Trying to illustrate how CarMax's pre-qualifying tool doesn't make you jump through any. Save time by personalizing your search by monthly payment, all without affecting your credit score. So why am I still jumping through hoops? Well, better me than you. Whoa, that one was on fire. CarMax, car buying reimagined. See CarMax.com for details.
Becoming America's best-selling brand means you never settle for anything less. Like the Ford F-150, with its premium-grade muscle and finely tuned intelligence, it's a beast with brains. The Ford Bronco Sport, with unquestioned toughness and capability, it's built to take on the mountains. And Ford's complete lineup of all-wheel drive SUVs gives you the power, style, and space you need for life on the go. Contact your local Ford store for exclusive offers on Ford's full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Sales come based on calendar year sales.
For over 45 years, Pacific Office Automation has been providing winning strategies to help businesses come out on top. That's why Pacific Office Automation is a proud partner of LAFC, our 2022 MLS Cup champions. If you run a business and want to find out how to improve your business processes and cost, contact us today to receive a free technology assessment. Whether it's managed print services, IT services, or anything in between, Pacific Office Automation has your game plan. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
Farmer John has been fueling California since 1931. It's why we're proud to celebrate our La Familia partnership with LAFC, where we shine a spotlight on folks who are actively making California a better place, one block at a time.
You have been listening to a special play-by-play presentation on
Ocean Views,
ESPN Los Angeles. Now it's time to get you up to speed on the biggest stories in the sports world. We rejoin our regularly scheduled program already in progress.
The Little League Softball World Series, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods, continues on the networks of ESPN.
2800. That's 310-265-2800. Terranea.com.
The SEC Network, of course, will be LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
The hillbilly headlines and some of the craziest callers you've ever heard in your life. It might be the only reason to wake up that early on a Saturday morning. Yeah, for sure. It's Marty and McGee from 7 to 10 Eastern on ESPN Radio and the SEC Network.
This is SportsCenter all night on ESPN Radio and on the ESPN app. Here's Jim Basquil.
And ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. Visit Progressive.com.
Half-hour headlines on SportsCenter all night.
Again, our top stories. Justin Verlander becomes the 50th player in Major League history to start 500 games. Kevin Brown returns to the booth for the O's. The Basketball Hall of Fame welcoming a star-studded 2023 class today. Lionel Messi continues to find the net for Inter Miami. And Deion Sanders, with a new team and a new conference, talks all about winning at Colorado.
Love under center on second and goal to go at the 9. Love fakes the handoff to Dillon. Has time. Lofts left side of the end zone. Dobbs. There we go. Touchdown. Romeo Dobbs, left side of the end zone, made the play over Sidney Jones. And the Packers on the board. 9-yard touchdown pass, 6-0 Green Bay.
That's 620 WTMJ. Jordan Love, the replacement for Aaron Rodgers, played only part of the first quarter, in command of that Packers offense. They went on to take the Bengals 38-19 in the preseason opener. He hit on 7 of 10 passes, 46 yards in that touchdown. Bengals star Joe Burrow, of course, sat out with the calf strain. Jake Browning, Trevor Siemian, split reps at quarterback for Cincinnati. This was Love assessing his performance.
I think we played well. I think all the past game was in stride. Obviously, we had that one down the sideline to Christian where the safety made a really good play on it. Other than that, I think those two series that I had, obviously came in with that touchdown at the end, so I was happy about that. And then obviously going forward after that, I think everybody played really well.
Rob Domowski, who covers the Packers for ESPN, on what Bengals players were saying this week with scrimmages against the Pack.
Wednesday's joint practice against the Bengals was one of Jordan Love's 2 or 3 best performances at training camp. Now the Packers will get to see if he can carry it over to preseason action. A handful of Bengals defensive players told me that they were impressed with Love. Cornerback Mike Hilton, who actually picked off a Jordan Love pass, said that Love read the play exactly how a quarterback should. It was just that Hilton has years of experience on him. And Bengals defensive tackle DJ Reader said he was impressed with Love's poise and his adjustments at the line of scrimmage.
Here is the punt, and it will be fielded by D. Alford. Alford making a move 30, 35. Yeah. Alford's got room on the backside, needs a block. He'll cut it across, and he keeps his feet, and D. Alford is going to score. A punt return touchdown for Alford, and Atlanta with 2:33 to go will send them to the exits in South Florida.
That's 92-9 the game. D. Alford, 79 yards on that punt return. Atlanta's D had 3 interceptions. Falcons beat the Dolphins 19-3. Miami's backup quarterback struggled as starter Tua Tagovailoa watched from the sideline. Falcons' projected starter Desmond Ridder also did not play. Michael Rothstein on what Arthur Smith has been thinking about with regards to the development of Ridder.
Atlanta Falcons head coach Arthur Smith is pretty pleased with the development of his quarterback, Desmond Ridder, in Ridder's first training camp as the team's full-time starter. Remember, Ridder started 4 games at the end of last season. So where has Ridder made that improvement? Smith said, quote, all over the place, but he pointed particularly to Ridder's decision-making and how he is reading defenses. Now, he's had some issues with deep passing during training camp, but Smith is even okay with that because he wants him taking aggressive chances.
Steelers in Buccaneers territory. Robinson again in the slot left. Inside, Deontay Johnson. Back is Pickett over the middle. The pass is caught. That is Pickens sidestepping a man and getting into the end zone for a Pittsburgh Steelers touchdown. 33 yards. Pickens made the miss, and Pickett fired his strike.
That's WDVE. Pickett to Pickens. As Kenny Pickett worked 1 series, 6 of 7, 70 yards. 10-play, 83-yard drive finished with that 33-yard scoring strike to George Pickens. Meantime, the other quarterback got work in as well.
Dropping Mayfield. Mayfield throws toward the end zone. Caught ball. Was he in bounds? Was he in bounds?
Yes, he was.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Fire the cannons. Trey Palmer climbed the ladder in the end zone.
And Baker Mayfield, 8 of 9, 63 yards, and that touchdown. He worked 5 series in a mix against Pittsburgh starters and reserves. Mayfield and Kyle Trask vying for that starting job for the Bucs. Trask, 6 of 10, 99 yards, and an interception. Todd Bowles on his QB competition.
Yeah, they both play with the same offensive line, so, you evaluate them accordingly. I thought Kyle made some good throws as well, and he commanded the offense just the same. They both had the same type of plays. They both had the same guys in there, receivers and offensive line-wise, so we'll continue that next week.
Russ played on Friday for the Broncos.
Wilson's in the shotgun with Perine to his left. Cardinals rush 7. Wilson throws the ball wide open to Judy. 10, 5, touchdown, Denver. Arizona brought 7, and Wilson saw it and threw a strike.
850 KOA. Russell Wilson, 7 of 13, 93 yards. That touchdown to Jerry Jeudy. Arizona scoring with 2 seconds to go, win this game, 18-17.
Now, play action. Throwing over the top. Wide open, Jahan Dotson makes the catch at the 5. Spins through 2 defenders. Touchdown! Touchdown, Washington! What a throw from Hal, and what a move by Dotson!
Dotson goes up there and gets it, celebrating it in the end zone. This is kind of what they wanted to be able to see. Can you do the situational football? Can you make those plays and not let a bad one interfere with the good one so you can put some points on the board?
Yeah, that's getting it done for Sam Howell. Is trying to hold on to his starting job for the Commanders. 26-yard touchdown pass to Jahan Dotson. He finished 9 of 12 for 77 yards. Deshaun Watson, meantime, took the Browns 67 yards on a drive to the Washington 1-yard line in his only series. He was 3 of 3, 12 yards, 20 rush yards as well. Shaking off that rust, if you will, looking in command. Commanders, though, win this game 17-15, and Adrian Martinez scored from a yard out on a sneak with under 2 to go. Lions rally past the Giants 21-16 in a game most starters didn't play. Martinez did lead that Detroit 69-yard drive, which was your game winner. Our training camp 2 days takes us to the Bengals and Niners.
Hey, let's go do our job, man.
NFL Nation 2-a-days. Time is here! On ESPN Radio, the Cincinnati Bengals.
158, go!
I'm Ben Baby, covering the Cincinnati Bengals for ESPN's NFL Nation. And the biggest storyline entering training camp revolves around Joe Burrow's availability for Week 1. Burrow has been out since he suffered a strained right calf in the second practice of training camp. The injury also comes at a time when the Bengals and Burrow are under contract negotiations on an extension that could make him the highest paid player in the NFL. But more importantly, the Bengals are hoping that Burrow comes back healthy and sooner rather than later. Cincinnati's looking to go from being just AFC contenders to Super Bowl champions.
Countdown to kickoff with NFL Nation Two-A-Days on ESPN Radio.
Hey, let's go do our job, man.
NFL Nation Two-A-Days on ESPN Radio. The San Francisco 49ers.
158!
This is Nick Wagner covering the 49ers. No surprises in San Francisco as quarterbacks will once again dominate the headlines for the 49ers as they open training camp. Presumptive starter Brock Purdy is still working his way back from off-season elbow surgery. And though there's optimism he will be cleared at some point in camp, it remains to be seen when that will happen. In the meantime, Trey Lance and Sam Darnold will both get work with the starters as they jockey for position on a depth chart that needs clarity heading toward the September 10th opener against Pittsburgh.
Countdown to kickoff with NFL Nation Two-A-Days on ESPN Radio.
And they're subject to Purdy. He threw 3 picks at a recent scrimmage against the Raiders, but says the elbow is fine and he's almost 100% back.
Yeah, my arm feels great, just still building back-to-back days and, trying to gain all the strength that I can back from, obviously, just the rehab process of things. And I feel really confident. I feel like I'm, back to a normal routine with my arm and stuff. So obviously taking care of it as much as I can on an off day and whatnot, but I feel, almost back to normal.
Raiders wideout Devontae Adams leaving practice with an apparent leg injury. Keep in mind the production there a season ago, caught 100 passes, over 1,500 yards and 14 touchdowns. His coach, Josh McDaniels.
So Devontae Adams have to leave practice.
Yeah.
Also didn't see Hunter out there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of guys that weren't out there, so I was in the double digits. But no, I haven't seen anything. I don't think it was crazy serious. It was just kind of a bang-bang play. Totally clean on both sides.
CJ drops back, looking, pumping, and firing downfield, and it's picked off.
He went to the right place with the ball, and it was good to see him move out of the pocket and try to make some things happen.
Just trust my eyes. Just lost track of that, and just forced it. Should have just checked it down.
Yeah, C.J. Stroud, a night ago, the second overall pick, took a pair of series, went 2 of 4, 13 yards, and had an interception. Don't get all overly concerned, says Sam Acho.
No, not at all. I mean, number one, you talked about it, Amber. It's the first live action he's gotten in his NFL career. And we can talk about the interception, 2 for 4, et cetera. But this is the point of the preseason, to get live reps where in practice it's like you throw a ball and it could have been intercepted or you may have been sacked, all these things. Now you get a chance to see it and learn from it and see the speed of the game and the chain. In college, people maybe weren't making those plays. You're lazy with your eyes. And so now the interception. So my point is, it's actually a great learning experience, especially being preseason, game 1, week 1. First NFL experience.
Yeah, that's the second overall pick. The fourth overall pick, Anthony Richardson, gets a start tonight for the Colts against the Bills. Former Colts great Dwight Freeney says the rookie should start when the regular season gets underway as well. Freeney also had this on the Jonathan Taylor situation.
It's a tough situation for all parties. I don't know if he's actually milking the injury or not, but they say he does have an ankle injury. I don't really understand what he's actually thinking, Jonathan, because he's in a perfect situation. Now, maybe there's something, that we're not privy to. Maybe there's some type of relationship conversation that happened that soured completely everything that's outside of just a contractual, situation. But if I'm a running back in today's world where you're not getting paid a lot of money, I would love to stay with the organization who drafted me, that loves me.
Freeney on ESPN Radio in the morning. Meantime, Bills safety Damar Hamlin preparing for the next step to resume his career, suiting up in Buffalo's preseason opening game against those Colts tonight. It will mark the first time Hamlin appears in a competitive setting since the 25-year-old went into cardiac arrest and needed to be resuscitated on the field in Cincinnati back in January. Terrell Williams' stint as Titans acting head coach is more than just their preseason opener against Chicago later on tonight. Coach Mike Vrabel is turning the Titans over to his assistant head coach and defensive line assistant for a 48-hour period from Thursday through Saturday's game. Williams said Thursday he hopes this sets a new standard for the whole league. He also believes Vrabel and the Titans deserve a lot of credit for this move. Coley Harvey with this SC Report.
Back in 1999, at the beginning of his coaching career, Terrell Williams served as an NFL intern with the Jacksonville Jaguars, part of the league's Bill Walsh Minority Coaching Fellowship. Fast forward to this weekend, when the longtime Titans assistant will emerge from Soldier Field's visiting tunnel with a special title attached to his name for the very first time: head coach.
I think in coaching, you just be who you are, and I'm gonna coach like my personality is. I'm gonna, when the situations come up, we'll be ready for it, and if I'm not, then we'll just ask questions.
Currently, there are just 3 full-time black head coaches in the NFL, an appallingly low number considering how many overall coaching vacancies there have been in recent years. Across the past 5 hiring cycles, 33 full-time head coaching jobs have opened across the league. Only 5 of them went to black candidates.
Once upon a time here, not too long ago, we spoke heavily about the lack of talent in the pipeline. And I think we've essentially dispelled that notion. Now it's down to the actual decisions, opening the hearts and the minds of